Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Welcome, welcome. So, windshield is clean. We're ready to go. I don't know, I film these things and just put them together in little music videos and have a good time. So, Debus, yes, the streams always start like this. A little bit of music, warm us up. So, anyway, yeah, $5 foot long there at Subway. Yeah. I don't even know what I think we were just getting gas there. I don't know. That was a trip I did last summer. That was across Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. And in Washington. So anyway, that was kind of the high desert country of eastern Oregon and Idaho. Gonna do some Galante Minotaur side of faction warfare today, and I'm going to. I have to put together a fit for my ship here, so I actually ended up with my. I put together a fit yesterday and everything for a Rifter, and I decided after taking it out a couple of times that I really didn't like it. And so I sold off all those assets that I had for the Rifters. I had actually like 50 of them, and sold all that off. And I think I'm going to focus on the Firetail here and the Thrasher. So I've done good with that with the previous with my Caldari side character with doing the hook bill and the Corax, and so this is kind of the same combination. It's the named ship. Let's see, the faction ship, and then a starting in destroyer, and so this character has just about as many skill points, not quite as much. It's about a million shy of the other character. But I think that it'll do good. So I'm looking forward to that. Hello, everybody that's saying hello. And yes, so there are some giveaways today. It's a couple of things. One is we do have an auction, which I'll start that right now. The auction is for an EVE Online Industrialist add-on, and basically that comes with a ship, skill books. It comes with some blueprints. This is for like manufacturing, which I actually want to get into that some. I've got a character that might be perfect for that, but I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have to. I haven't figured out which character I'm going to use for it, and so it comes with some clothing and some other stuff. So wow, bids up to 1,000 already. Wow, you guys. So there we go on that. In a little bit, when we hit about 100 viewers, I will start up a keyword raffle, and so we're not going to use any gold today, except for in like gambling or whatever, and for this auction. And so the other stuff, we will give away some new accounts, and the new accounts will. You just have to follow, and I'll bark that out when we hit about 100 viewers, and then we'll draw at 150, and then we'll do it again, and we'll draw at 200, and then we'll do it again and draw at 250, and so on. So depending on whatever levels we hit, and then the last drawing will be the end of the show. So just mixing it up a little bit, and so you can save your gold for like the premium auctions, and so I will Saturday. We'll probably be giving away a premium edition account, which is worth like $50, and that has all kinds of stuff in it. In fact, it includes even this industrialist add-on in it. It also includes battleship skins, a Plex, and a new account and everything. So it's I'd say it's a pretty big deal. Okay, so right now I am I'm going to just do some crafting of a fit for my firetail here, and then we'll go out and try it. One thing I really like about the firetail is it's very fast, hence the name firetail. And so it'll be good. It'll be good. So let me bring on the guys here in TeamSpeak, and let's see here. Hello, Masca and Dean. How are you guys today?
I'm doing just fine, man. Trying to start up a Glinte guy here is a little tough, though.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting started. In fact, I was thinking this morning that, man, I really like playing my Caldari character. Because my Caldari character is really starting to kick ass, especially with, like yesterday morning, getting, 3 player kills to start off. And yeah, so
Are
I was
you kidding me?
What?
You blew away 3 characters with your Caldari character?
Yes, you were there.
Oh, that's right, I was.
Oh
we
my
had some
goodness.
fun.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you should have another beer when you wake up in the morning. Just kidding.
I forgot I was part of that. Wow,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And one of them was a stream sniper, if I remember correctly.
Well, one of them was a streamer. So, another streamer. Anyway, Ultra, do I miss Arma 3? Yes. There's some reasons why I'm not playing it. One of them is that I don't have any formal relationship with the game. But, fear not, because Identity, we do have a relationship with them. And so Asylum Entertainment, which they just got funded, and the game is in development. I know it's going to be a little while before the game is out, but there will be lots of fun to be had in Identity, and I'm sure I'll get some early access into that, and we're just going to go in and manufacture a lot of drugs and kill each other. Mm-hmm. I'll play Walter White. So, anyway, let me see if I can get a little music going here. I don't know what the volume level is. Let me put this down a little bit. Okay, let's put on something a little bit softer here. How about some piano music? Yeah. Okay. Yes, MCAV, what game? Identity. Yes. And so that falls right up my alley with a lot of stuff. And so I've been talking with its creator, Paratus, and I'm sure that we are going to be promoting it and doing something with it. Not sure what yet. Too early to speak on that. Jay-Z Guru, speaking of Walter White, have you checked out Better Call Saul? Yes, saw both episodes. I think it has promise. Didn't get super excited about it yet, but I saw the first 2 episodes, and I think it could be good. And I have to remember that Breaking Bad started out, kind of the same as well. And AMC has just made some amazing shows. So I do have high expectations for it. Poneless doesn't know what Identity is. Identity is the Asylum add-on for Arma 3. And my phone's ringing. Hello? It's a recorded message. Hey, so yeah, so anyway, Identity is what they call a life mod, and basically it is, you play a character in real life, except I imagine Grand Theft Auto massive multiplayer done right. And one of the key features about it is the police force, because you get hired on as a policeman in the game. And you have to go through tests. You have to stand up to the ethics and everything, and it makes for a really, really good role play experience. So, Anyway.
Welcome to the Dragons.
I think we're about a year for that. And oh my God, Duke, you are shouting in my ear. I think Duke resets his volume level every day. Yes, it is. It is born from a life mod from Arma. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so let me get a ship going here, and I think we'll use that site that we found yesterday. Smin? I don't even know how to pronounce this site. Osimin. And let's see here, Firetail. See what kind of fits we got here. This this site right here is pretty cool. So what I like about it is that it shows you information on these in a really good way, so you can help make decisions on what you want to look at and everything. Shows you the cost, shows you the DPS, shows you the hit points, and then a lot of these are assuming, you know, level 5 on all the skills, but not all of them do. And so, you know, here's one that looked pretty attractive. 200 DPS with 8,000 hit points. Oh, 180 million ISK. Yeah, I'm not so sure that that's going to be a good one. I don't want to go 180 million per ship. I want to stay in the, you know, 20 million range. So here's one that is 22 million. 160 DPS, 4.4k hit points. Actually, this one sounds even better. So this one's 150 DPS, but 7.9k hit points. And that to me seems like pretty good thing. I'm not necessarily looking for the cheapest. I'm looking for what's going to be the best fit for my playstyle. And here's one for 20 million, 170 DPS and 6.2 k hit points.
Dog. That looks like an interesting site.
It is. Yeah. So I'll post a link in chat again in Twitch. So this is a site that I was introduced to yesterday. I have not hooked up my API to it yet, but I understand you can hook up your API, and then I don't know if it'll, like, you know, load the fits into your stuff or what, or if it'll just grab the information and save them up here. But it's pretty good looking. I like it.
Oh,
So,
love this.
yeah, so I'm going to take a look at this this PvP one right here. It's 155 DPS and 7,900 hit points. That's pretty amazing. I don't know what kind of speed it's got, though. So, let's see. 3854 for the speed. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So, I think this would be a good fit to try here. And I don't know if I have all the skills for it or not, but I'm gonna try it. Hello, Brian. Good morning. Okay. So, wow, there's 0 CPU left. I may not have enough CPU. I think I still have a couple CPU things to train on here. We'll see. Okay.
Looks like you need to have full cap skills done on this one.
Yeah, you may. And a lot of these are having all of your skills at 5. But basically, put in the stuff that's most important to you first, and then you may have to go with, a little bit of modification to get close. So you may not get these exact stats right off the bat. I'll get a CPU implant then. Yeah, maybe if they're cheap. So, I die a lot, and I expect that when I'm streaming, I probably die an average of once every 2 hours or so. And so, implants can get very expensive. The 1% implants are not bad, but, it can get pretty expensive. Okay, so this uses the 200 millimeter autocannons, and I think I've got a few of those. So, yeah, I do. I was able to move all my stuff to Do-Dixie. Finished it up this morning. Ended up being quite a few. What? Oh, there's only 2 turret slots? Oh, excuse me. Forgot there's only 2 turret slots. Okay. So, in fact, let me set my home station here. Okay. I'm already set here. So,
let me ask you something. Aren't you kind of taking a chance having it in Do-Dixie instead of the one next door to it?
Yes. And so this is where I'm currently residing. If something else works a little bit better for you, then do that. We don't have to all live at the same station. So, and you may, find that you spend 90% of your time fighting on one side, and so maybe you want to be real close to that. I plan to be able to float around a little bit. So, that's why I'm here. Kev says I should link the fitting site in my Twitch channel descriptions. Yes, actually, I'm going to reach out to them tonight. So I'm gonna talk to them, and if I get a chance to tonight. And yeah, I may add this to the list of stuff. I want to hook up the API with it, and try some things with it before giving any like long-term recommendations by linking it below. So any giveaways? Yes. When we hit 100 viewers, 13 more people. Oh, 11 more now. Yeah. So yeah, I'm digging this site. I made a bookmark to it for sure. Okay. Let's see. More on this fit. What's interesting is they're using Republican Fleet phased plasma. They're not even using Tech 2 in this fit. Let's see, do I even have any? Yeah, I do have some of the Republican Fleet phased plasma. Let's see what kind of DPS I get on that. Ooh, only 112. Damn. Well, I'm going to do it pretty much as described here and try it first. Oh yeah, my face is on the billboards. Yeah, MKev, I like this one much better. I find it much cleaner, easier to use than Battle Clinic. So, okay, so got a gun. Now, I'm getting another phone call.
Oh, this is a new site too.
Well, it's not brand new. It's at least a couple months old.
Well, Battle Clinic seems to have lost its support behind it now, so this might be a better site to go to.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Man, people keep calling me. I think it's just spam. I don't feel like messing with the telephone solicitor right now. So, and got a customer now. Woohoo! This is what allows me to stream. This is going to be a tough customer now. Hey, I'm going to put the show on hold here for just a second. I'll go ahead and start the giveaway right now. I got to take care of this customer. It's going to take me 2 or 3 minutes focusing on that to get it done right. And so I'll go ahead and start the raffle here. And so it's for Minmatar Bounty Hunter Starter Pack. And even though it says Minmatar on it, it does not require that you play Minmatar. And it comes with a Cerebral Accelerator, which is worth 300 to 400 million on the market if you sell it. Or it'll give you like 14 days boost. First 14 days of your character's life, it'll give you, I think, about a 33% boost. This one is not for gold. You aren't going to have to use gold. You're gonna use exclamation point enter. And
welcome to the Dragons.
That will get you in, and all you have to do is be a follower. So Dabada and Mad. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the rest of it. So Mad, thank you for following. And so now when we hit 150 viewers, or the end of the show, we'll hit 150 before the end of the show, then we'll draw on this. And you don't have to be here. You just have to be a follower. Otherwise, I will re-roll. Okay, I'm stepping away for just a second, and I'll be right back as soon as I've got this customer all taken care of.
Welcome to the Dragons.
I wonder why my video stopped playing. Not very good. Let me see if I can fix that. When finished, do nothing. Yeah, great. Okay. There we go. Let's see here. Does this work? Don't like that it's not playing here. Not very good. Hey, let's see here. There we go. Hey. Got that all working. Okay, so got that customer taken care of. For those of you who don't know, we're also an authorized retailer for CCP, and so our site is what supports the show. And so about half of my shows now, I'm actually covering customer service at the same time. There's not a whole lot that's usually needed, but when a customer needs help, I take care of that. A lot of times I can take care of it and you guys don't even notice. But that one required a little bit of special attention and focus to make sure it got done right, which anybody who's a paying customer, I'm sorry, they trump you guys. But that's the way it should be. If you pay us money, you should expect good things. So, and that's what supports the show. So thank you all for understanding that and watching as the music died. Yeah, I think that's fixed now. Get some other music going on here. There we go. Okay. Click add media and then the file. Yeah, it's not quite that simple. Which company has the best customer support and I can't count my own company? What? I don't know, man. You know, I'm a little bit partial to our company, but that's because we do an awesome job of that. So, yeah. And, anyway, in the video game industry, the worst is Electronic Arts. The best is probably Blizzard, but that's just my opinion. As for resellers, yeah, Markee Dragon's number one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so work on this fit some more. And let's see, Medium Shield Extender 2. I don't have one of those. All right, so open up the marketplace here. Okay, Medium Shield Extender 2. Okay, looks like I can use that okay. I'm just going to buy one of each of these and put this together. And then if it all works out, Contour, I don't know if you know this, but that refund policy appeared after I made a huge stink about SimCity. And it got all kinds of reaction on a video that I posted about it, about my customer service experience, my customer support experience. And they even had their director of public relations called me and stuff. And so the day after I published that video, because they just, even though I had been talking to them, they just weren't doing anything. And so then I published this video, And within an hour of publishing the video, I got a call from the director of, public, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, and then they wanted to resolve the issue and encourage me to kind of take that down, and I didn't do it. So, anyway, the next day, they came out with the refund policy, which was exactly what I said they should do in the video. And so I don't know if it was just really great timing or if they took my suggestion and ran with it. But either way, it is improved now, and I still didn't get my copy of SimCity. Still didn't work. Not that I want it now. So, yeah, don't get me started. I'm still boycotting EA, by the way. All EA games, I just been boycotting them. So, okay, so I got the medium shield extender. Okay, so the 1MN micro warp. Let's see, that's a 1. Is that the limited? Yes, it is the limited. Okay. This is not going to work out well. I only have 2.2 power grid left, and I have not loaded everything up. I think that this is going to, yeah.
I think you need to put your rigs in next.
Oh, maybe, yeah, let's move on to rigs and see what, they're all defense. The rigs are not going to help. I need power.
Are you sure the MWD's what it put in there instead of the other one?
Limited 1NM micro warp drive 1. That's what I put in there. That's what I called for. I'm probably going to have to pull out that bigger shield. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to have to play around with this a bit. And I may end up, my skills, in fact, I should pull up my skills here and just and take a look here. And so
if you haven't maxed your CPU cap and management, then that could be a real downer trying to do some of the fits.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, in engineering, I have level 5 in everything but cap management. And that's a 4. So
go ahead and push that, I would suggest.
Yeah. Well, capacitor management, 5% bonus to capacity. I don't need that yet. And actually, isn't there an advanced energy upgrades? Let's see here. Let me look under.
If you do the Alt-A and look there, you can see what ones that you don't have trained that you're available for.
Yeah. Let's see here. I've got all the power grid stuff. Oh, advanced weapon upgrades. And it reduces the power grid needs of the weapon turrets and launchers by 2% per skill. That's exactly what I need here. So let's look at the marketplace on that. I'm going to buy one. Wow, they're making profit here. Woo! Hey, I'm going to buy it because I don't want to wait around. And let's see. Let's inject that skill. Okay. 58 minutes for my first level on it. I might end up not flying this right away.
I would suggest you have that to at least level 3 at the start of your queue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I put it at 4 at the start of the queue. And so let's see, what did it say the power left over was on this fit here? Wow, only 0.55 is all that's left on the power.
You're going to have to do the shield reduction.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, well that is...
That's Minotaur, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I thought Minotaur were tank. Ships.
No, I think that's Galante. Isn't it?
So, Minmatar is not armor tank, it's shield tank?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, well, so what this tells me is that in order to get this full fit in, and there only being 0.55 left in power, that means that I have to get all of this advanced stuff done, which is a 40-day training. So I'll see how good I can get. I'll skimp on shield a little bit and just try and stay out of people's way. The Raven says Minmatar has both. So Atron, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't recall on the Atron fit. But my other character on this side is Galante, and he does do Atron stuff, so may very well get into that.
Galante is generally armor fits, if I remember correctly, while his Cardari is general shield fits.
Hey, well, I'll keep working on this, and we'll see here. So Warp Scrambler 2, which is going to be really important.
Welcome to the Dragons.
That's the one that goes 24, 24K, I believe. So, no, that one's only 9. Wait, how far are these guns going to shoot? Yeah, they're only 6. Wow, these guns only shoot 6K. Isn't that amazing? I'm so used to my Caldari where I'm lobbing missiles at 60K. So, okay. And then X5 prototype. Do I have one of those? I do have some of those. Okay, so I've got all of that in. I do not have enough power grid left, though.
Take the shield extender offline and then fit the rest of it, see how you come up with.
Yeah. Yeah, that shield extender is huge. A huge resource on here. But my EHP right now is 2403, and that brings me up to 36. Wow, it gives me a 50% boost. So, okay. Let's see here. There may also be something I can do with the hull stuff in my skills. I don't know if... Let's see. You know what? I have hull upgrades and mechanics at 5. Let's see. Is there other stuff I have not learned yet?
What are they having you put in the low slot?
Damage control 2, gyro stabilizer 2, and nanofiber 2.
If you took what is it? I forget the name, but it looks like it looks like a Helios insignia. It takes care of extending your capacitor and power. Control unit.
Yeah, power control. The little power plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll continue with the fit as designed first, and we'll see. Okay, that gyro stabilizer brought me up a bit. What did it bring me up to? So from 112 to 138. So DPS is a little bit better. At 112, I'm kind of iffy on that. You know, as it is, at 150, I could do smalls. Below 150, though, you don't really want to try smalls too much.
You're kind of hard being able to do novice if you've got less than 100.
Right. So 138 will be just right for novice, and it'll be a little bit of a struggle on a small. So, okay, nanofiber, internal structure, and this is the one I'm looking at, guys. So,
you realize why they do that nanofiber, don't you?
Why?
That's a speed increase.
Mm-hmm.
It's a speed and agility increase doing it nanofiber.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's also a hull point lessener at the same time.
Yeah, well, I'll play with this. I'll take a look at it and just see how it feels. And I'm going to have to modify something a little bit, I'm sure. So, yeah, I took 10% off of my defense. Let's see, it's 37 now. Put off line 33. It gives me 3,700 on the speed.
Wouldn't a regular stabilizer do the same thing?
I don't know.
See what happens when you just fit a regular stabilizer.
Well, let me get my fit done first and see whether or not this works, because I think that all I'm gonna have to do is change out my shield for a small shield extender. And then I can run it this way. I kind of want to. This has some good ratings on this fit, and so if I want to get as close to it as I can, and try it before. You know, if I can try it, I want to try it, and then start making modifications. I'm very much a use person. I like to go out and play with things. So, can sacrifice the nano for an auxiliary power core. Yeah, Raven, that's exactly what Dean was talking about here. Small shield extenders are pretty much worthless. Hey, we'll look at it. Let me get my rigs in here.
Small shield extender 2 does give you some HP though.
Hold on. Yeah. Can I go on Mom's computer? No, not till she gets home. Okay. One of the kids is homesick today. So, he's been homesick for the last 3 days. He looks fine, but he has a fever. So. Okay. Meta 3 medium shield extender also uses less power grid. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, let me get my rigs in here and then we'll see what effect we have in here. Two small core defense. Defense field extender. Yeah, do I have to have my shield online to take advantage of these?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see here. Okay, so if I can't get a good shield in, then these rigs may not matter. Okay, so what are the drawbacks on this? Designed to increase shield capacity at the expense of increased signature radius. Okay. I have shield capacity no matter what. Hey. So, anyway, I'm going to put these in. And then this right here.
Insufficient power.
Insufficient power. I am 1.8 power short. That's actually not very far off.
That before ought to fit then.
Yeah. We'll look at that. Also, let me look at the training queue here again, because I put that advanced weapon upgrades, 45 minutes, and that's going to reduce the weapon turrets and launchers by 2% on their power grid needs. And let's see what their power grid is that they take. The power grid is 4 megawatt, and so if it's only 2%, so 2% of 8, yeah, I'm really going to need to be up at level 4, level 5 on this for that to work out. This fit is really tight. So, okay, let's look at variations, metaphor. Pick up one of those. They're more expensive. Nope, that still won't work either. I'm still 5 short on power. And that one I'm 8 short on power. So it reduces the power requirements by 3, but I'm still that short, huh? Okay. Okay, let's look at the small. Well, the small works. It'll only get me to 3100 HP though, and this is supposed to have 7,900. Holy cow. It's like only half. I guess my skills are going to make that much of a difference, and that shield. Well, 3,900. Okay, so the medium shield brings me with my current skills up to 4,100, and the small brings me up to 3,100. So it's 1,000 more. So it's 25% more. Yeah, it is quite a big boost actually to go with that medium. Do the power grid mod instead of the nanofiber. Yeah, I think that the hit points on this are going to be better. So okay, yeah, don't sacrifice shield. Okay, I agree, guys. Let me try that. And so let's see here. What are those? Micro auxiliary power cores? Oh, I don't have... Okay, I don't have all the... Let me do just version 1. And... Oh yeah, this is going to do it, folks. No, now I don't have enough CPU. Damn. Okay, let me see what other versions of this are available. The compact. Let's see, let's compare these. So I've got the micro in and the CPU usage. Micro takes 15, the compact takes 12. 12 is the smallest I can get on that. And how much am I short? I'm short by 15. So power grid mod instead of shield extender. I don't know what. How did I equip this from the market? I bought it. So,
I was thinking more of a DCU than that other one.
You know what? Let's try something else a little bit different here. Let's take a little bit different tact with this.
Insufficient power.
Yes, I know there's insufficient power. Let's go down to Tech 1 guns. Do I have any here? I do. I have some Tech 1 guns right here.
Insufficient power.
I'm still... Wow, they take the same amount of power. Tech 1 guns take the same amount of power as Tech 2s. What?
Yeah, exactly. So you put in an auxiliary power unit. I was thinking of a reactor control unit.
Okay, I'll try that.
Because the auxiliary power unit takes a lot of DC in that. And CPU.
So, reactor control unit. Let me put my other guns back in. Holy cow. Let's see here. No, I don't have enough CPU to bring the shield on now.
Alright, now try the power diagnostic then. Hang on a second, let me look at something here.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna change anything. It doesn't. Okay. So
If you do the Meta 4 reactor control unit, that might do it, because the T2 reactor control unit's a Meta is short. Still don't do it.
Morning.
Oh hey,
Morning, Rolas.
you are up early.
You're here early.
Hmm.
What'd you do for
Metaphor, web, and scram, buddy. That'll fix you.
He's right.
Rolla's is right on a lot of things.
In fact, you could probably just go Meta 1 or Meta 2 if you want to keep the cost down.
Let's see here. Well, let me see. Here.
Hello.
Well, hi, Brian. Rollers, check your email if you didn't already. I sent you something.
I saw. Yeah, I sent a little Skype message to you too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the little alert turned off whenever I'm streaming. Otherwise, everybody on the show goes, "Oh, I have a message," when they hear it.
Is that one of your checklists when you sign in?
Typically, or the first message lets me know I screwed up. Yeah.
Everybody in the stream says the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Insufficient power.
Nope, insufficient power. I'm still 1.8 short.
Yeah, you have to wait till that first one pops in, and that'll help more than anything.
Well, the metaphor
Insufficient
web and
power.
scram give you a CPU.
He's looking for grid power.
Just a minute ago, he said he didn't have enough CPU.
Yeah, when I was trying the alternate to try and make it work, then I ran out of CPU. So
Right. So put the power diagnostics unit back in and go web and scram metaphor, and you're fit.
Well, the reactor control is what you need, not the power diag. Reactor control gives you more grid over the power diag.
Okay, trying it.
Doesn't one of those hurt your shield though, since he's shield tanked?
No,
Well,
I don't have enough
He's not
CPU.
shield tanked.
See, the power diagnostic adds to the shield tank capability. The reactor control unit has no effect to the shield recharge.
How
See,
close is that?
If he does the auxiliary control unit, auxiliary power unit, that gives him a great grid, but it takes away almost all of his CPU at the same time, which is a real killer.
Yeah, it's not working. I can't get the shield online with any of these.
EFT for the win.
Oh, hush. We have a website that does this now.
You'd have to put. Then
There's-
you'd have to put, instead of EVE Online, you'd have to put EFT Online.
Right. You know, this website we found, you hook up your API and supposedly it allows you to maneuver it all around like EFT. Just through a web page though. So okay. Well, let's see here. Yeah.
What is the shield extender you're trying to put on?
Medium shield extender 2.
Oh, and what are you missing?
What am I missing?
When you've rearranged everything, I can't see the screen. What are you missing, grid or CPU?
It depends. So if it's the whole fit the way it's supposed to be,
Insufficient power.
I'm missing power. So I have 23 available and I need 24.8. So I found that my weapon upgrades, my advanced weapon upgrades, I had not trained that at all on this character. So, and that lowers.
Just use a meta on the shield then.
Okay, so tried that too. So the medium F S9. Oh, and that worked. What? It didn't work
Because
earlier.
we moved the other stuff around.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Okay, so that puts me at 4586 HP. And so, okay, that'll work. This fit, I have to have 5 on all the skills required for it, but this fit gives 155 DPS and 7900 HP.
Not
When-
bad.
Yeah, when you've got everything up to 5. So, haven't gotten there yet. But it looks like about 40 days of training and I'll have it all there. So, and I answered your question on Skype. Yeah, it overrides anything else.
Wow.
Cool. It's very powerful. Use that weapon wisely.
I will beat everything with it.
And we're just testing that, so we'll try it for like a month and see what happens. Okay, so woohoo! Thank you, Rollis. Rollis for the win. This one is not Rollis' fault. Actually, it is your fault that I got this working. How's
Yeah,
that?
when you
How's
start
that for
dying in it,
for
then
a
it'll be my
backhanded
fault.
compliment? Yeah. So.
Rollers told me to use this fit.
Mm-hmm,
I'm still dying.
And I don't get why they actually use faction charges instead of Tech 2 on this.
Where'd you get the fit from?
I'll post it here in Twitch chat. And it's called Osimen. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a beautiful site
Simium?
that has fits like Battle Clinic, except they have an API that you can connect in, and you can configure stuff with the site and your client, and it just has it in a really good visual way where you can see stuff really easy. And
You think it's better than EFT?
well, the EFT doesn't. This is a fit site. It recommends a lot of fits, and that's what I've been using it for. EFT doesn't recommend fits.
Mm-hmm.
At least not that I'm aware of. And every time I try
Are
and
you
use
thinking
EFT,
it will replace EFT?
I don't know. But every time I try and use EFT, I run into problems every time. In fact, I tried it again last week. And anyway, I just I just walked away from it. So, but anyway, I like this site. I think it's pretty cool.
I do believe you say that as osmium.
Osmium. Okay. Now, why wouldn't this? This is interesting. I wonder why this fit recommends using faction ammo instead of Tech 2. Because the Tech 2, I mean, yes, it lowers the range just a little bit more, but it puts
Tracking.
Tracking. Yes, you're right. Okay.
So if you're going against another frigate, you want to use the faction ammo. If you're going against anything that's moving, you want to use the faction ammo. If you're going against something that's tackled, you can switch out to your Tech 2 ammo.
Yeah. Okay.
But not only do you have to have it tackled, but you need to stop moving. So that in the rare case that you're,
Oh.
because if you're moving, you're not going to be hitting for as much. You're looking at max DPS versus applied DPS.
Did you see that chat says that they're here to make the people on TeamSpeak look smarter? Oh, excuse me. It's just funny. Okay, well, I think I have a fit here. Woo! So when I
Is
get
this the Markee dies less fit?
Oh, I have no idea how much I'm going to die. But I'm just modeling kind of the same success I've had with my Caldari character. I tried the Rifter yesterday, and I went out there and I fought a bit with it, and I decided I really didn't like it. And so I decided that, with my Caldari character, I've been doing good in faction warfare, and I have the faction ship, faction frigate, and then a T1 destroyer. And this one, I just decided to do the same setup. So anyway, I do pretty okay with the Thrasher, and then we'll see how I do with this frigate. So gotta save this fit.
All right, I'm gonna save Osmium, but I'm not looking at it this week.
This week, okay, you got stuff to do, like taxes, I'm sure.
Corporate taxes this weekend. My personal taxes are done. Woohoo!
Yeah. Okay, I think I need to fly this. Yeah.
Last year, I got my corporate taxes done in September.
Yes, there must have been an extension in there.
Yeah, there was.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's bitching at me. I still have art on the wall that I haven't put up. That's still wrapped against the walls. It's been 2 years. She's mad at me.
Took her long enough. If it's been there for 2 years.
Yeah, she pulled out the drill. Says, I'm going to put them up myself.
So,
she's hanging pictures with a drill, if that gives you an idea.
Okay.
Tell her to go get some command strips.
So as far as taking out the Tristan and everything, yeah. So I have 2 characters I'm working on here on this side of faction warfare. One's Minotaur, the other one's Galante. And so when I get tired of getting blown up on this one, I'll switch over to the other one so I can get blown up on it. Yeah. Okay. So by the way, at 150 viewers, we'll do the drawing for the Minotaur Bounty Hunter Starter Pack. ! Enter to get in on that, and all you have to do is be a follower, and you don't have to be here whenever we do the drawing. Anyway, but we're getting close. So, okay, man, today's been interesting. I always got a really late start, so, but yeah, business stuff to do. Okay, before I go out, I'm going to go grab some food because it's like lunchtime already. And then I'm going to head out and kind of take on some rats with this just a little bit and see how it feels, and then take it out even further. So, and see if I can make some LP. So I'll be right back, everybody.
Welcome to the Dragons. Welcome to the Dragons. Welcome to the Dragons.
So,
Do faction war on a trial.
yeah, I know I can, but
I'm
the
back.
problem is having
Welcome
what
back.
I need, in order to do it with, and I mean, I have to run all the careers in order to just start the 4 startup ships to run with, or 3 startup ships to run with. So, spend a lot of time on him that way, and then I can get into it.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. Having leftovers
Welcome back.
again.
Rolas, have you figured out who I am yet?
I know the voice.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna make you suffer.
No, I know the voice. You're a hog.
Yep, Demetrius.
Yeah.
I'm on my Amito character. I've been working pretty hard on her, and joined Markee and AirHogs, and Demetrius is an AirHogs. Except I need to make some money over on Amito to send over to Demetrius.
When I started Captain Glockstone, it's other than my very first character, it's the only pure character. I didn't take any ISK from anywhere except for what he did. And after I made 1 billion ISK, I went, fuck it. Let's just move money around. But at the very beginning, I was, you can only get stuff that converts straight to LPs, to ISK. So I was doing that. And then I would do that a little bit more so that I could get more. And then I was in Caldari at the time, so I was doing Caldari Rage. I think it was the faction Rage torpedoes.
Yeah. Well, I've got LP that I would like to flip over into ISK, and I watched Markee's video about it, and I'm going, oh my god. Like, did you really have to go through all that to be able to flip this over quickly? Just to start with, till I can build things up a bit, and then...
You can just buy just one item.
Into the millions.
Put it all in one item and sell them all.
Okay. Yeah, I got 300k LP on my Caldari character. I mean, MR character.
Yeah. How do I know if I'm in HiSec and a MAR? Can I go to a MAR agent and it should be in HiSec?
What are you talking about? The agent
you were saying
for the Faction Warfare store?
Yeah.
Well, you need to go to a station that has offices for the 24th Imperial Crusade.
You can find those either on the web or you can do an agent search.
And they are in HiSec as well as low-sec, so...
Yeah, now somebody said the prices were lower in low-sec. I never looked at that.
I've been told that LP
you get a discount in low-sec if the dust bunnies are taking control of that area. So I don't know if you've ever looked at that in the status area where it tells you what system that you're in, and it says what dust control has, and you'll see if you mouse over each of those, you'll see that there's bonuses for faction for dust control.
Okay, and
so if
I wonder how much that affects the price.
I haven't done enough research to find out that. My issue is I don't want to be trying to haul that shit out of there.
Oh no, but see, if it were to affect the price by say 25%, and you're doing 1 billion worth, and you have to pay 100 million to get it shipped out of there, you've made an extra 150 million. Does that make sense? I mean, I know it makes sense to you.
You're talking about through Red Frog or Blue Frog? No, the other frog.
Whoever. I mean, you don't have to go through any of the frogs. Shit, I can. Oh, did I just cuss? Darn it. I can. So everybody's going to get 5 in their tip jar. Actually, not tip jar, swear jar. So I can fly stuff in and out of low-sec. I do it all the time. So I can do like 60K worth of cargo in low-sec, no problem.
I don't think it's 25%. Somebody else might know, but I don't think it's that high.
Well, I think that we can. I think that we can figure that out. So I'm going to write that down as a thing to figure out, because I can hop onto my Caldari character and we can go to a couple of stations, measure a couple of prices, and then go to all of them and see if there's any changes in the control stuff there, and if it makes any difference in the price. If it makes any difference at all, that might be huge, because it might be a reason why we would start supplying resources to the dust guys down below, because we might be able to buy a lower price.
The Fry in all of us has a good point. I think you swore after you swore because you swore. So you owe 2.
No, Mm-mm.
I think
no.
you said, fuck, did I just cuss?
Wait, now you have to pay up.
All right.
I did not drop an F-bomb. I know that
It was
for
a
sure.
trap.
Rollis
It was
is
a
trying to
trap,
get me
but-
to cuss back at him. That's what's happening here. Okay, not going to work. So, LP store and dust control.
Somebody out there knows the answer to this.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be fun to go find it out too, because I'll just take a quick ship, and go out there and it won't be hard to go to a couple of the stores and find out.
You're saying go to the store and compare the current dust control versus LP price.
It'd be pretty easy to fly out there. I could do it right here with my Mimitar character, this Galante character. So, because I don't even have to have the LP to see the difference. Maybe that's a good first thing. Let's see what is my my loyalty points here. Let's see. It's Federation Navy, or is it Federation Defense Union? Federal Defense. Which is which? Let's see here. Federal Defense Union. Okay. So
Actually, you could go to all of them and see what the control is.
yeah. So let's see here. Settled systems.
Or we could use Google.
Oh, come on. That's no fun. There's none here in Sing Liaison. Okay, so I'm going to go look at a few of these. We're going to find this out. So 2 are high sec, 2 are low sec. About 8 jumps apart from each other when I get there. Okay. I had a nice fast ship. Let's go. We're going to find this out right now.
Warp drive active.
Can you imagine if they actually created a loyalty point marketplace?
What do you mean? Isn't that...
Warp drive active.
Like either as some kind of in-game transactional thing where somebody could buy an item and trade it in-game. Like be able to contract LPs or LP'd items better.
Casper, this
There's
is
a website.
Firetail.
You want to make a trillion ISK, Markee? Build a website for LP exchange.
Okay.
There it is right there. Nobody's done it. You go do it. Put your good name behind it. Everybody use it.
We actually have a really big programming project that's going to be kicking off here in about 3 months.
You'd make more money than the betting sites. I guarantee it.
I don't know.
More, sorry, not more money, more ISK.
Well, maybe. I can tell you I've got a...
Seriously, how
I've got
many people would be willing to sell at a discount to sell it right where it sits on the spot in the moment?
Yeah. No, I don't. I think that there's a market for it. I just I don't have the resources to commit to that, should I say. Whereas, because I've already got these programming resources committed to another really big project, which this other one I can't say anything about it yet, but when it happens, many of you are going to say, "Holy cow!" It's either going to work really awesome, or it's going to flop really awesome. But I think we got something. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that.
Everybody who's listening, X up if you think that would be a cool website and you'd probably use it.
But how do you? How would you? Okay, so you're talking about a loyalty points exchange store or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can't exchange loyalty points from one person to another.
No, but what they do is they go to the station and they buy the item. There's a fixed price listed on the website that they're connecting with, and they put up a zero ISK contract to that corporation. The corporation takes the item and sends them ISK. It wouldn't even have to be zero ISK. It would say this is the dollar amount, and
here's a contract. It can just be filled right there.
And if it matches, then you accept the contract. If it's too much, then you don't.
Why can't you just go and dump a whole bunch of contracts in there right now, and just advertise to everybody, "Hey, there's these contracts up. Anybody want to take this? Do it." I actually think that could be done right away. To like make it work on paper. So a website that coalesced that information and told people where they could go to sell their stuff and what kind of profit they're going to make for exchanging the item right there.
The idea is that you don't have to go in and make the contracts; they're making the contracts to you.
Right.
So sure, everyone who wants to squeeze every ISK out of everything is going to go do that, but that's not what EVE is based on. EVE is based on the few that go out and go do that kind of thing, and the rest of them that want to get back to their gameplay but need ISK. And so they'll do something in the moment for a discount to get it right away, and they absolutely hate trading in loyalty points because they have to go through a process to get the money out. So if you could just capture all of those people and make an easy way, even if you just did a 10% profit, but you did that kind of volume, now the person doing that would actually have control over the flow of the product, and if they had enough capital, they could actually manipulate the market with all the product.
Right. So this could be tested right away. You don't need a website to make this work. I mean, you could put up really a Google Doc and say, "Hey everybody, here's what we're buying, contract it to us and we'll pay you this, and here's the items that we're dealing in, here's what we pay. You contract it, it'll be paid within within however long, 24 hours, same day, whatever." And then if that proved to be successful, then you build the site, because then you'll know you have the traffic. Docking up at my first faction store. This one's in low sec.
Yeah, but that's a real business right there. That's a real in-game business.
Mm-hmm.
All the hauling could be contracted out.
Requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, so
Blockade runners would make a lot of money that way.
maybe. Okay, so here is
Yeah, it's not a gambling site. It's not that easy.
Okay, so here is a low sec. Let's see, I'm in Costoli. And there's no difference in the control, the dust control. It's all at 0. And so I don't know. Do we just, maybe I should just go by LP cost and see what's the most expensive here. Do you think it would affect some items and not others? If it does have any effect?
I bet it would only have... I searched the Google and I didn't find anything.
Yeah. So this may just be rumor. Okay, so I'll just grab a couple items here. So social adaptation chip improved. Is 65,000 LP and 65 million ISK. And then I'll take the Vexor Navy issue.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Maybe it used to be low and they changed it.
45k LP and 5 million ISK. Hey, we'll go to the next one. I've got 4 of them on my list here, so my thought is that at least one of them will have some sort of influence on here.
If there was an actual discount, don't you think that would be reflected somewhere in that website we look at?
Yes, exactly. I do. So
They wouldn't have missed that.
I wouldn't think so, but I don't know.
Warp drive active.
Okay, a couple of jumps and I'll be at the next one.
Wow, a large in Tier 5 pays 97,500 LP.
Warp drive.
A large tier 5, 75,000 LP. Wow.
97,500.
Oh.
Okay, I think the discount they're speaking of is this. An Amar Apocalypse Navy issue costs 600,000 from the Amar Navy LP store, but 250,000 LP from the 24th Imperial Crusade LP store. I think that's the discount that they speak of.
I know that there's difference on some of those things depending on which faction you're with. So
the items that you're checking, the Navy items.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I did a Vexor Navy blueprint, and then the social adaptation improved.
That one wouldn't change, but the Vexor Navy would.
Okay. I'm in a system now that has 13% dust control. So we'll see what it does to the prices here.
Yeah, but it's 13% on which end?
It just says 13%. Plus 13%. If it affects the price, it should affect it either way, right? Maybe higher, maybe lower. So the social adaptation chip is the same cost, 100%, and the Vexor Navy issue is the same as well. It's in a different order, though. The Vexor Navy issue was the top one previously, and now there's another one on top of it. Kind of interesting.
Is it called dust control? Is that what it says?
It's called Dust 514 Districts Capture Status. And it's a little planet with a percentage underneath it. So there is also then, when they bump up the systems, you get like minus 50% on transaction fees and stuff like that. I'm not sure that affects the loyalty points store at all. But go to the next one here.
Warp drive active.
If a star system has one or more temperate planets, then players in Dust 514 can make a system easier or harder to capture.
Okay.
The more planetary districts on those planets that are controlled by Dust 514 players fighting for the attacking faction, the lower the number of victory points needed to capture the system.
I just got a message that skill levels need to be trained in the right order. As if I have my skill stuff open.
Skill training completed.
And it says skill training completed.
Warp drive active.
Apparently it didn't like something there.
Yeah, it's not going to affect the LP. This is just... the only thing I could find about dust affecting anything was just capture points.
Mm-hmm.
Victory points.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Well, we'll check out these others. And now this one's in high sec. There is no faction control in it at all. So the other contention is that in low sec it cost less. And so far, these two items cost exactly the same amount in high sec.
So it's only on temperate planets, and you get 12.5% discount or increase per temperate planet. So if there's 2 temperate planets that Dusties control, instead of 3,000 victory points, you could get it flipped with 2,250 victory points.
Okay.
Which means that each time somebody runs a complex, more victory points are accumulated if there's dust control.
Because it takes you more captures in order to get it?
More or less, depending on which side controls the dust planet.
Mm-hmm. Do we start with a mantra of dust is life? Kind of like spice is life in Dune.
Warp drive
Oh.
active.
Right.
So far, I'm liking the ship.
It's fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'll keep me out of a lot of trouble. It's actually faster than my, it is faster than my, hook bill. This thing's like a parasite. Has to be right on you to get you.
Have you done orbital bombardment yet?
No. Now, when you say orbital
Be something you
bombardment,
could try.
is that on a planet?
Yeah.
And what do you do?
Supporting the
Orbital.
ground troops.
Oh,
So you can fit up a catalyst or any other destroyer, and load different ammo. It's actual orbital bombardment ammo into that ship. There's some channels that you can join where Dusties join and say, "Hey, I need an orbital bombardment on this district in this system." You fly to that system, and as soon as those Dusties get enough war points to call down an orbital strike, they can call you, ask you to do it, and then when you shoot, it literally obliterates all their enemies in dust. And you get really good loyalty points for it.
oh, really? Well, that's what caught my attention. Good loyalty points. Okay, I put that on my list. I am looking for some other things to do. I know that I've done a lot of faction warfare stuff, but now that I've got some characters that can actually go out and do a bit of fighting and stuff, I was enjoying going out missioning with my Markee Dragon character, but then that got a little bit difficult, and I have been thinking about that my Caldari character that's in the Caldari Amar side of faction warfare, that when we get to where we're not going to be playing that side for a while, I may pull that character out of faction warfare and do missioning for Caldari Navy. I did do some tests to see the role, as you had talked about, getting standings with Caldari Navy to reduce costs on transactions. And I can tell you that I lowered it 1/100%, I think, by just doing a couple of missions. I don't know, I went from 0.80% tax or whatever to 0.79. And
Docking permission requested.
that was
Docking request
without taking that
accepted.
character into a single fight and just sharing the missions. So
Yeah, you didn't have to skill anything over there.
right.
By the way, don't bother even trying to raise your factions with distribution missions. It's the rewards are so insignificant.
I always
it's
do
not worth it.
security. Security has been my main thing. Hey, prices are the same here, which is what I expected. And okay. So I want to go look at just a couple of the low sec ones and just to find
So it's 3,000 loyalty points for an orbital bombardment at tier 1.
3,000? That's okay, I would say.
A novice is 5,000 on tier 1.
No, it's so great.
novice is 5,000 at tier 1. And Tier 1's the reduction of 50% from normal.
Oh, cool. You actually get a kill report on a Dusty if you orbital bombard.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds interesting.
So it'll pay about 2/3 of the value of a novice.
Mm-hmm. And I guess your only risk is that other people might be camping that orbital bombardment spot, thinking that somebody's going to show up and want to do it, and they can take you out.
Right. It's orbital strike ammo now.
You have to actually buy special ammo?
Yeah, it's a different ammo that fits in your small weapon. Now that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just put orbital strike ammo in this ship, in the cargo hold, and you still get the same amount of points. It doesn't matter how many. You don't have to fit a ship for orbital bombardment. So if you just put the ammo in this ship, you can load that ammo and go to that site and strike.
Warp drive active.
It's not as effective for the Dusty because you're not launching with 8 launchers, 8 weapons. But you still get the same points. All you have to do is be successful in doing it.
All sounds very interesting. Gonna have to look at this.
Yeah, there's a couple channels to join to do that. One on each side.
They posted in chat that that it was a disappointment doing orbital bombardment. I'm reading this thing they linked to.
I think it takes a while till you get the target locked, right? There was one point on that.
Yeah, they have to tell you which system to go to. The Dusties have to tell you which system to go to. And then they have to be successful in their fight to gather enough war points to actually call one.
It looks like they set these ahead of time with dates set and everything.
But if you join the channel, there's people asking for OB all the time.
Okay.
Warp drive active.
And I'm off for the day.
Okay. Thanks for stopping by.
See you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
See you, Rolas.
Have a good one.
Thanks in advance for the win on this Mimitar Bounty Pack. To add to my collection.
No problem.
Now when I win, they can totally say it's rigged.
Warp drive active.
He knew he was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
Yep. What am I drinking? What do you think I'm drinking, Ultra?
Warp drive active.
Kind of an odd question. Alright, well, I think I've gotten about as much out of this lunch as I'm going to get. So, Brian, how are you doing today?
Gambling, 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 gambling.
Gambling.
Yes, I want this. Maximizing money output.
Okay.
Warp drive.
Working on some FV fittings for the small tunes.
Yeah. I think I like this one on this ship that I've got.
Firetail is there?
The Firetail, yeah.
I was never flying one of those.
Well, my most LP consecutive without dying happened in one of these. So, yeah, I got, I don't know, I think it was 240,000 LP before I died using one of these. So, to me, that was, you know,
Warp drive
impressive.
active.
Hmm. How many slots does it have? Low and medium?
4 medium, 3 low.
Okay.
And it has little solar cells on its wings.
Like every Minmatab ship, almost.
Mhm. I don't think they've changed the look of Dr. Pepper. Oh, there's just a football player on the side of this one. Probably for Super Bowl or something.
Warp drive active.
Is Eve staged in a real galaxy universe, or is it all made up? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if it's based off of our galaxy or whatever. It's a good
That's a good question.
though.
But I don't think there's a Zol system if I'm not... Let me Google that.
Warp drive active.
This is interesting. So this is a station that is in LOSEC, but is not under faction warfare control. That has loyalty points stored.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Let's see here. Okay.
But yeah, I think it's not our universe or the area around it. No.
Right, so this one doesn't have any change either. I have one more station to go to, and then I call this a bust. So, I have a customer to take care of. I wonder why my music keeps quitting. I'm not liking that. Just gotta take care of a customer real quick, and then I'll head out again. This darn thing keeps asking me for my password. Put it in like a dozen times today. Keeps forgetting. Hey, so I'll hit up this last station, take a look at it, and then I'm going to call this rumor a bust. I really think
The
it's a
prices
rumor.
are differently, or what?
Yeah, they're saying that Faction Warfare, if you go to the Faction Warfare store, Loyalty Point store in LowSec, that the prices are lower. And,
It would not make any sense, I think.
well, it would, because there's increased risk in getting the products out of there. So, you know, supply and demand would say that there's going to be less traffic going through there.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I don't know. I mean, I've never seen anything about that, but I've heard the rumor a couple of times, and so I decided, you know, first world problems, my password problems, yes. Yes, I have first world problems. Password being annoying and not
Warp
saving.
drive active.
I should save it at least for my session while I'm active. So, Geekazoid, we're looking at some new ships, LP, faction warfare, that stuff.
Warp drive.
So heading to this one last place. The Raven, it's not my password management that's the problem. It's the website that keeps forgetting. And when you're dealing with payment services and stuff, you know, a lot of them have double authentication and everything. And so I have to go through all of that each time. And when you do it 20, 30 times in a day, it gets a little bit tedious. It usually remembers for a session. So.
Warp drive active.
So as soon as I go look at this, I'm gonna go out and shoot some rats, and I'll go shoot a couple that'll actually give
Welcome
me
to the Dragons.
security status, and then I'll go over and try and get some LP. Actually, look at you know what's available.
Warp drive active.
Mr. Shenanigans, Mason, Mom I'm Lost, and Razorg. Thank you for following. Welcome. As well as Miku, McLevin. Both of you thank you for following as well. So we do have a raffle going on. Exclamation point enter to get in on it. And all you have to do is be a follower. Once you are, let's see here. Once we hit 150 viewers, which we're really close, I'll do a drawing, and then we'll rinse and repeat. So after there's a winner, then we'll put it up again, and if we had 200 viewers, we'll draw again. Yeah, a fog. You can't make a macro on RSA style encryption, password encryption, because it's a different one every time.
Warp drive active.
Now this system has something a little bit different. It's not the system that has the. It's not the system that that has the store in it, but it has negative 40% reduction to all existing station facilities pricing, and then negative 40% to brokers' fees.
Welcome to the Dragons.
As well as 3% control by dust.
Wow.
Well, good. This one, hey, we're gonna be able to see. This one has the same thing. It's 40 and 40. So let's do it.
Warp drive active.
Wow, this area of space is really bright. Everyone can get a suntan off their monitors while they're watching. Okay, Slay.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, let's look at loyalty point store, and prices are exactly the same. Does not affect it at all. Okay, so that rumor is squashed because this one has a negative 40% on the other two variables in here, which is reduction in all existing station facilities pricing and reduction in broker fees. So the only broker fees things are going to be like if I put an item up for sale here, I guess that it'll cost me 40% less, and so if I was paying 1%, I'll then pay 0.6 percent, so something like that. Do Eve accounts sell well? I may sell mine. I haven't been on it for ages, and I know I got lots of good stuff on there, around 500 hours or more in game time. Razorg, it's a violation of the EULA to sell an account. You can, however, sell characters for ISK. But that account will have to be open and you know, stuff. There's some rules you have to abide by. Will Eve ever be what it was again? Dude, Eve hasn't lost anything, in my opinion. There was no glory day of Eve. We're still in it. We got into the golden years and stayed. Okay, so let me bring up my map here, and I'm going to hide my screen here for just a second while I do that. See where I'm at.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Okay, I'm gonna go try this out.
On Ironbank's channel, they're talking about you.
Oh yeah? What are they saying? Anything good?
You were crying about something on some video because they say you are a totally noob.
Oh, must be an old video, because I'm not so noobish anymore.
Yeah.
We were all noobs at once.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Richie, let's keep the rating a little lower than that.
17 prizes to go. Jesus.
Warp drive active.
I actually like this, living in between both war zones. Because I can just go over to whichever one I want. And if we need to push the stats on our tiers, which we should be most of the time, then, you know, we go and fight in the Caldari space. Which would be easy for us to do.
Warp drive active.
I forget what my DPS is on this. It's only like 138. Yeah, 138. It's not very high.
But I was thinking of actually putting myself in Valade, which is right next door to Dodixie, because sometimes you go into Dodixie and all you get is gank characters.
Yeah.
And if you're just leaving out to go on straight out to faction warfare, you don't have to worry about the gates coming out of Dodixie. It's only one hop into Dodixie if you need to go in there. And
Okay, well, I took out that rat really well. Really quickly. I think I'm cap stable in this, too. I think that sounds like a fine plan to live just kind of outside of it, but still get the benefits of, you know, kind of being in both areas.
you're still, you know, you're still what half distance between the two of them. You know, same distance, you know, as Dodixie is. It's just you're not actually in Dodixie itself, and you're not stuck there by chance you have a bunch of people in Dodixie looking for faction warfare characters.
Mm-hmm. And you can still get to Dodixie easy enough if you need to buy stuff.
Yeah.
I like this. This is working really well. Being cap stable and everything.
Is that a 0.4 knocking off a rat?
Yep. No, 0.3.
Oh, lovely. You are doing good. Very effective.
Yeah. And for, I mean, there's not much cargo space in this, so I might set my thing to only pick up items that are worth like over $1 million. Because you can set filters on your loot. I don't know if you knew that. But you can set filters on your loot, and so that when you fly by and pick stuff up, that you're only picking stuff up if it's worth over a certain amount.
So I can set it to ignore the scrap metal?
Yes. So,
Oh,
yeah, you put
man.
in item filter. Let's see, assembled, blueprint, power name slot, size. Let's see here. Estimated unit price. You want it to be greater than 500,000. Okay, so match all, any, filter name, window, let's see, 500K. See if I did this right. I've never actually done one of these before. I just know that it's possible. So it says filter saved. Okay, so my filters, 500K, and look at that. So I've got the 500K filter on, has to be worth 500,000 or more, and it tells me that there's nothing in here. Now if I hit loot all, we'll see what happens. We'll see if it actually grabs the stuff. I don't think it does. I don't know, let me see here. How do I see inside my... Oh, I guess you gotta turn this filter off when you... It did grab the stuff. So maybe it'll only show me the stuff. I don't know how to do these very well, but...
If it's worth more than 500K, then it'll show up. If it isn't
Right.
worth more than 500K, you don't see it.
I want to hit the hit the button though to just grab everything and have it only grab the things that fit within the parameters, you know.
So if you can't see it, you can't loot it.
Right. That being the theory. Okay, so this did really good against the rats. Part of why it did good was because I had them both webbed and scrambled. And it sounds like a type of eggs. These are webbed and scrambled eggs. And so it holds them there pretty good. And then I'm using faction.
It's like as if you can't make up your mind whether you want them poached or scrambled.
Yeah. Oh, why am I fighting for the enemy now? Dark Apollo, so I have characters on both sides, and we decided to bring these characters out a little bit and play. And so we're just trying them out. I play both sides. I don't play them both at the same time, so today's dedicated to this side. And we'll focus on where the money's at. So right now, just kind of exploring the Minmatar Galante side a little bit, because Amar, it's in tier 3 right now, but it's falling, and it looks like it's pretty sure that it's going to go into tier 2 soon, and then all things being equal, you know, it'll be either Galante or Amar.
Warp drive active.
There's a heron here at the gate. Could be an indication of scanning. Am I in my heart, Galante or Caldari? You know what? My other character is Amar. Fights Caldari ships, and this is fighting Minmatar ships, but for Galante. I think that I'm a mutt.
Warp drive active.
I really like my Caldari character, though. I really like what I've built that character up to and its abilities. Actually having some good success. And I'm feeling pretty good about this Minotaur one now with the fire tail. Did a rifter with it, and it just wasn't working. Yeah, there's a lot of opposing forces in here. I'm gonna go try and find me a system and get me a capture.
It's got a nice EHP on it.
What's that?
Got a nice EHP